If it's your first time, you might think this is fertilizer. It's not fertilizer. So the importance of manure. One, just applying it just like this, furrows, where it is. Welcome my viewers. Today I want to show you 2 or 3 things about potato planting. And I want us to start from the pre-planting activities. What are some of the things we do or you are required to do when preparing to plant your potatoes? As you can see, this beautiful farm, this is where we are about to plant. This is a 2-acre land. It's already prepared. It's in the final stages of preparation, and this is where we are going to plant our potato. So as you can see, the farm has been already plowed and harrowed, as I explained in the previous videos. And as you can see, the tilth is fine. There is plenty of soil, as I explained. Remember, we talked about the relationship between tubers and soil. So we said that tubers, all tuber crops require plenty of soil so that they can produce or give better yield. So this is already prepared. We have what we are doing today is making of the furrows. Maybe we can do an estimation of one furrow to the other. Again, the farmers are adhered to the recommended spacing, which is supposed to be 75 centimeters or 2.5 foot. That is from one furrow to the other. We'll go into the looking into the other spacing when we'll be planting. So what are other pre-planting activities? As you can see, we have a heap of manure here. These are well decomposed. There are people who say well rotten manure. Whichever language we are going to use, it has to do with the quality of the manure which we are going to use. So this is the manure we are going to use. And here we have some 4 bags of another something else, another product. This is granulated lime. This is granulated lime. Maybe if you are not careful, or if it's your first time, you might think this is fertilizer. It's not fertilizer. So these 2 are soil conditioners. The manure, what is the work of the manure we are going to use? So the importance of manure. 1, manure helps to improve the soil structure and soil texture, especially in areas where the soil is compacted. These are areas where we have clay soils, or also areas which receive a lot of rain, high levels of rainfall. Number 2, manure also helps in what we call water retention. It improves the soil's ability to retain soil moisture. This is very helpful in areas where we have a bit of dry or drought conditions. Then the other issue is also the soil soil microorganisms. Manure introduces soil microbes, or encourages the soil microbes in the soil to break down the organic matter, which again contributes to soil fertility. There are so many things we can talk about when it comes to manure or use of manure when farming. We have soil nutrients. To some level, manure also has some essential nutrients. They might not be enough, but when you use manure, again, you have that introduced into your farm. Another aspect when you use manure is microbial activity. The organic matter in manure helps to introduce beneficial microorganisms in the soil, which again help to break down the organic matter in the soil, which contributes to soil fertility. we started by doing a soil test. Our soil test results indicated that the soil pH from this farm is acidic. It is around 4.8. That's acidic. So we need this soil pH around neutral. Neutral is the ideal soil pH for crops like potato and benny. So again, we need to apply something that helps bring the soil pH towards neutral, or something that does away with the acidic conditions. Advantage of using a granulated lime is this lime uses the period it takes to neutralize the soil pH is very short. This will do the work in 6 weeks, compared to the other powder lime technologies we have in the market, which take quite a bit a longer time. If you look at the crops we are doing, especially in areas which receive a lot of rain, most of them are short-term crops, 3 months crops. So if you are making a decision on which lime to use, you are supposed to use a lime which is going to neutralize the soil pH within the season, such that as a farmer you are going to again to benefit from what you are applying. We call it value for money. So from there now we can move to demonstrating or just showing you practically how we apply this lime. And this is how we do it. We'll start with the lime, then we'll move to the manure. This is a more of a precision kind of application. We are just applying it specifically where the lime is required, and we need to do it accurately for better results. So that's how we apply the lime. Then what follows is the manure. Let's see also how we also apply the manure. So this is where we applied our lime. Again, for manure we do more of it. So and most important, remember, for those two, the manure and the lime, much of the work has to do with soil conditioning or improving the soil condition. And when the soil conditions are improved or are ideal, when you plant and then when you now bring the other synthetic fertilizer, that is the inorganic fertilizers, you realize that their utilization is better. That is when you have applied the lime and you have applied the manure. Because one thing I didn't mention about the acidic soils, one of the dangers of farming where we have acidic soils is soil locks or brings down the utilization of fertilizer. What do I mean? If you are using 100 kgs of fertilizer in a place where the soil is acidic, the utilization will be very low. You bring 100 kgs of fertilizer to your farm and you expect it to be utilized by the crops. In case the soil is acidic, you are likely to have only very few kgs being used on that land. Where does the other fertilizer or the other amount disappear to? It is locked by the acid, and for you to do away with that acid, you need to use lime. Lime your soil, unlock that fertilizer, let the crops utilize it, and the crops will flourish and you will have good yields. So what is the last thing we are going to do after you have applied your lime and your manure? Make an effort to incorporate them with the soil, just like this. We are not actually digging. What we are doing is we are just incorporating them with soil. So this is what we are doing today. Those gentlemen you can see there, The gentlemen you can see there, that's the work they are doing. They are just picking or collecting the manure and taking it and applying it on the furrows where it is required. It's not easy job, but it is very necessary and essential for good results. Good results in potato, we are talking about 100 bags of like 100 kg. That is what we call good yield when it comes to potato farming per acre. Thank you. Keep sharing and we shall meet again when we be planting. Thank you.